Hey guys, so today I have swatches of the I Love Nail Polish Winter and New Year's 2016 collections. These are technically two 6-piece collections, so a total of 12 polishes altogether. These are available right now, so I will link the website down below and I will get into the swatches. So starting out with the Winter 2016 collection, the first polish is called Stopping Traffic, and this is a almost shimmery red with silver holographic micro glitter. So here's one coat. And this one is a little bit sheer on that first coat, so it is going to need two. Great formula on this one. So here is two coats. And this one does cover completely in two. This dries pretty shiny as well. There is a little bit of micro glitter in there, so it's going to be a little bit difficult to remove, but it won't take a ton of scrubbing because it's not all micro glitter. So there is two coats of Stopping Traffic. The next polish is called Fir Coat, and this is a kind of blue-green base with holographic silver micro glitter. So here is one coat. This one is a bit jelly-ish, so it's a little bit sheer and a little bit streaky on that first coat. Good formula on this one. I do feel like it would run down the sides of the nail a little bit if you weren't careful. So here is two coats. And this one does cover completely in two for me, but I'm doing a little bit of a thicker second coat to make sure that I don't have any nail line showing. So depending on your application, or even if you have like really, really white ends of your nails, you might end up needing three. So there is two coats of Fir Coat. The next polish is called Looking Up, and this is a deep, deep, almost like blackened base with a really strong blue shimmer to it with silver holographic micro glitter. So here's one coat. And this one is a jelly, so it's a bit sheer. Great formula on this one. So here is two coats. This is another one that you do have to do a bit of a thicker coat to get it to cover in two. Like the last one, depending on your application, you might end up needing three. This one also dries a little bit dull, so you will want top coat. So there is two coats of Looking Up. The next polish is called Victoria, and this is weird. It's almost like a grayish, brownish, nude holographic polish. So here is one coat. And this one is a bit sheer on that first coat. It is going to take a couple to build up. Great formula on this one and super holographic. So here is two coats. This one is still a bit sheer on that second coat, so it is going to need three. And again, this is super holographic. If you're not picky, you could probably get away with two coats. There's so much sparkle going on that it does make it a little bit difficult to make out that nail line. So here's three coats. And this one covers completely in three, and I feel like it gets a little bit darker. And because this is holographic, it should be fairly easy to remove. There is still a little bit of micro glitter in there, but it shouldn't make a big difference. So there is three coats of Victoria. The next polish is called Varsity Jacket, and this is a very dark gray, blackish gray, I guess, holographic. So here is one coat. And this one is a bit sheer on that first coat. Great formula on this one though. So here's two coats. And this one does cover completely in two. It's another one that I'm doing a little bit of a thicker second coat and almost like adding a little bit more to the tip of my nail to cover the nail line, because it's not so visible that I have to do a third coat. I can do a little bit of, I guess, spot treatment and avoid it. So there is two coats of Varsity Jacket. And the last polish for the winter collection is Cabin Fever, which is a kind of orangey copper base with silver holographic micro glitter. So here's one coat. This one is still a little bit sheer on that first coat, but it does cover pretty well. Great formula on this one as well. So here is two coats. And this one covers completely in two, and it's a solid covers completely in two, not a maybe, depending on your application, like a lot of the ones in the collection have been. There's a lot of sparkle to that copper base as well, which works really well with the holographic micro glitter. So there is two coats of Cabin Fever. So now starting in with the New Year's 2016 collection, this first one is Copper Top, and this is a super sparkly copper-ish rose gold. It has really reflective flakies in it, as well as holographic micro glitter. So here is one coat. This one is a little bit sheer on that first coat, but there's so much sparkle going on that it is really hard to tell. Great formula on this one. So here is 2 coats. And this one covers completely in 2. If you're really, really picky, you might want a 3rd coat, because if you actually like turn your nail towards you and really focus on it, you can see a little bit of nail line or a little bit of space between the flakes, but it is so hard to tell. I really don't think you'd need a 3rd coat. So there is 2 coats of Copper Top. The next polish is called Velvet Rope, and this is a shimmery pink with silver holographic micro glitter. So here is 1 coat. And this one covers really well on the first coat, almost a 1-coater, but not quite there. Really good formula, and it's almost like a foily, sparkly pink shimmer aside from the micro glitter that's in there. So here is 2 coats. And 2 coats does cover completely on this one. And this one does dry pretty shiny, but you'll still want top coat. So there is 2 coats of Velvet Rope. The next polish is called Madison Ave, and this is a light pink with a bunch of those super reflective silver flakies and some holographic glitter in there as well. So here is 1 coat. Most of your coverage for this one is going to come from the flakies, so it is a little bit sheer on that first coat. When I say sheer, I mean you still get a ton of flakies out of here, but you can see space between them. So here is 2 coats. You still have a little bit of space between the flakes on this one on 2 coats, but there is so much sparkle going on. I'm going to call it good on 2. I really don't think you need to worry about covering it completely because your eyes can't focus on it because there's so much light being reflected back from the flakes. So there is 2 coats of Madison Ave. The next polish is called Arctic Lights, and this is an icy blue with a bunch of little tiny silver flakies and silver holographic glitter. So here is 1 coat, and this one is a little bit sheer on that first coat. Great formula on this one. So here is 2 coats, and this one covers completely in 2. This is super sparkly. So there is 2 coats of Arctic Lights. The next polish is called Private Reserve, and this is a black jelly base with silver holographic micro glitter and those little silver flakes. So here is 1 coat. And this one covers pretty well on that first coat, just a little bit sheer. Great formula on this one as well. So here is 2 coats, and this one does cover completely in 2. Since these polishes are mostly flakes, they're not going to be difficult to remove, but those flakes might stick to the skin a bit. So there is 2 coats of Private Reserve. And the last polish is Caesar, and this is a kind of blackened brown jelly base. It has little flakes in it that I think are probably silver but come off like a tarnished gold once they shine through that base, and silver holographic micro glitter. So here is 1 coat. This one covers pretty well on the first coat, a little bit sheer. Great formula on this one. So here's 2 coats. And this one covers completely in 2. At first I looked at this and I didn't think it was like a New Year's color, but it actually reminds me exactly of a dress that I bought for New Year's Eve and never wore. That's still hanging in my closet like 5 years later, so it really does fit with the holiday. So there is 2 coats of Caesar. So I think my favorite is going to be Arctic Lights. I really like this like kind of icy slate blue, and then obviously it's got all the holographic and the flakies to sparkle in there as well. It's one of those colors that I think works really well before the holidays, but then after the holidays when you're stuck in like 3 months of winter before you get spring again and you start wanting those like kind of icy and dark vampy colors, that's where I think this one's gonna come in. So those are the 2 newest collections from I Love Nail Polish. Again, I will link the website down below where you guys can check those out. Hope you enjoyed this one, and I will talk to you later.